So we've pretty much covered just about everything that we're going to see for this unit. I'm just going to show you a couple little tweaks that might look a little bit different, but really is the same thing that we've been doing. Okay. So in this case, we have a monomial, 4x squared, times our binomial, 3x minus 6. I'm still going to set up the same kind of format with my box. Again, I have been a person who has put the first term on top every time. Again, that's just a preference. It's not something you have to do. So my first term here I put up on top. And then again, my second polynomial that I'm dealing with here, I'm putting along the side. So I've got 3x. Again, I'm going to throw a 1 up above it to remind me there's a 1 up there. And then minus 6. Please make sure you're putting that sign there. A lot of us have been forgetting that as we've been going through these. So again, that's just a quick reminder. Make sure you have that there. Filling out our table or a box is always going to be multiplication to fill it out. So here I have 4 times 3 is 12. 2 x's, 1x together gets us 3 x's. 4 times negative 6 is negative 24. And then I have no x's here, 2 x's here, so together we have a total of 2 x's. If we're going to go through and highlight things, I can go through and say, yes, we only have 1 x to the third, and I only have 1 x to the second, so they each get their own little color. Again, if it's one like this and you realize like there's nothing different here, you may not need to highlight, but again, that's just a helpful thing to kind of separate our different terms. Okay. Again, my answer here is looking at like terms inside that we're going to add together if they are alike. Right now, there's none alike, so they're just going to come out exactly the same. So I have my 12x to the third, and then I have in blue, shaded blue, minus 24x to the second. Okay, so again, this one we're doing it the exact same way. It just looks a little bit different because we have a one term up here times a binomial, or monomial times a binomial. Okay, so that's just a quick look at that one. I got one more I'm going to show you here. X minus 2 squared. So x minus 2 squared looks kind of weird because you're like, well, Mr. Schultz is just one parentheses. Okay, so in this case, what this actually is just saying x minus 2 times x minus 2. Okay, it is tempting to want to just put a squared above each of these, but that is not how this thing works. Okay, you'll have two separate x minus 2's that are being multiplied times each other. It makes it again straight down to our box the exact same way that we have been doing this. So I can say x minus 2 on top, x minus 2 on the bottom. Again, I'm going to throw 1's in to remind myself as I'm going through and multiplying. So here when I fill this out, 1 times 1 is 1. I have 1x here, another x here, so together we have 2 x's. Then I have negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. No x's, 1x, so we have 1x. Here I've got 1 times negative 2, so I get a negative 2 again. I have 1x here, no x's here, so together we have 1x. And then again, double checking signs, negative times negative, so negative 2 times negative 2 gets you a positive 4. So then I can go to highlighting. Again, once everything is filled out inside your table, all the boxes are filled, then go through and highlight. I have x to the second. There's no other x to the seconds, so I can move to my next highlighted color. Then I've got x to the first. I have one other x to the first. And then I can look for my last one here. Again, you don't necessarily have to highlight this one. I just like to because I have the colors. So there's only one constant or number that does not have a variable. So then when I go to write this out, again, my 1x to the second, I'm writing it in standard form, so the largest exponent comes first. So again, standard form, largest exponent first. Then I can go to my green. So again, we are combining like terms once we have them kind of highlighted, which means we are adding them together. So here I have negative 2 plus negative 2 gets me negative 4. And again, our variable here stays the exact same. The exponent does not change. If you want to put a 1 there, you can. You don't have to. So that just stays x. Okay. And then my last term, the 4, there was nothing like it. There's nothing to combine it with. So I've got a plus 4 to finish this thing off. Okay. So again, that would then be my final answer. We are done. Okay. I'll be talking to you guys today about how we feel about our test or our first quiz, whether we want to try one tomorrow or if we want to kind of wait and do one on Tuesday to get a little more practice under our belt. But again, this is just kind of the basics or the beginning pieces here, or sorry, the last pieces here. We've kind of covered everything that you're going to see for the test. So there'll be binomials times binomials, which is like what these ones look like. There'll be like one like this, and then we'll have one like the monomial times the binomial, like the first one we did. So you'll have a little bit of each of these, but again, as long as we're okay with the idea of this box, we should be doing okay. Please continue asking questions if you got them. All right, see you guys soon.